2014 into 2015, guys, this is going to be my number one goal is to get as many of you educated on how to rank your site so that we can blast the internet with our websites and knock the competitors right out of the ballpark. We have the ability to do it, but I need your help. I need you guys to take action on the things that we teach you in these classes, okay? Not only do you have a website that's search engine rankable, but you also have an entire back office suite that helps you do everything from following up with your prospects to managing and growing a database. And those are two very important elements, and you learned that in the class, how important those two elements are to your success. If you ranked a website in the search engines and had no way to capture the traffic, then it's absolutely worthless to you. Imagine having a #1 website for Kangen Water and having thousands of hits every single day and no way for people to reach out to you. What's nice about EWS is you have all these opt-ins there that help you capture your audience. They help you get their name, their phone number, their email address into a database. And then our system helps you to basically refine that database into a highly responsive database. And I teach all about that in both classes, both online and live. So those that have taken those courses, they are very well in the know of what I'm talking about right now. So it's all about mastering the database process, building a database that is highly organized so that you can reach people with the right message at the right time. It's all about targeting. You know, it's very important that you target your message so that you're not speaking to a product-only person about the business, because when you do that, you turn them off. So our system helps you to organize your communications in such a way that you're able to reach the person with the right message at the right time, and when you do that, that means more sales, straight up. So it's really important that everyone take this course, that everyone understand what we're teaching here. And of course, you all know that the system helps you master the follow-up. We're always sending you these emails called one-click emails that help you target a certain sector of your database and help you follow up. So with those elements in place, where you're mastering the follow-up process, you're using the task manager to schedule all of your Rob, could you mute your line while I'm talking? I can hear your background there. Thanks, buddy. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, we'll go back there.
Eric, can you make sure it's recording on your side?
I got it, and that was very important. Okay, so we're just now recording.
No, I started recording a little bit ago.
Okay, so we'll do it on both ends and make sure it works out. Excellent.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully you got what I just said.
Yes.
Not to ramble on much more, but so when you're mastering the follow-up process, you're reaching them with the right message at the right time, which the system is totally designed to do it with ease. And you have a database that it's not just all in one big clump, but you have it broken up into segments, into groups. People that are interested in the business, for example, people that just want to hear about the water, people that are health conscious, people that are eco-conscious, people that are interested in UConn, people that are interested in, they own a restaurant, they might be a commercial prospect, these types of things. We teach you how to do that in the 5-week program. So, Rob, if you could load that up, show them where, send a link into the chat box where they can find that 5-week online training. It's on the YouTube channel at anagicwebsystem.com/mykangenpower. So, I'm sorry, that's youtube.com/mykangenpower. And if you scroll down just a little bit where the playlists are, you'll find the 5-week videos right there. That's an entire training of 5 videos that will take you through everything from pretty much A to Z in the getting started aspect of what we teach. Okay? And that's pretty much what we cover in the live classes too. But I encourage all of you, if you have the ability to come to Charleston or come to a location, I am going to make myself available to travel. So make note of that if you've got a team and we can work things out to where I can travel to your location and do these trainings. That's how dedicated I am to getting this message out. If you can make it to one of those live trainings as well, that'll give you the ability to really get it and to really grasp it. I'm hoping that my good folks that visited us, especially Maribel and some of the others, will speak out tonight and tell us about their experiences at the Charleston event so that people can get excited about coming to a live event. It'll help bring things all together. After you take this course, and we've got this behind us, and we're moving through the information, which I hope some of you have done already, we're going to do an advanced class, and that's where we dig into all the aspects of, Facebook in detail, Twitter in detail, the social media in detail, how to content write. We're going to bring in some of our best content writers, and they're going to teach you how to write content. It's really not hard, but they're going to give you some tips that you know how to begin to develop your own content. And then we're going to dive into some really detailed training on linking and some other search engine training aspects that we think that you need to be aware of. So welcome again to everyone. I'm just checking my chats here, and what I'd like to do right now is to ask one of our either Charleston members to go ahead and raise your hand. If you'll look in your GoToWebinar panel, there is an area where you can raise your hand if you want to speak. Now, if you do raise your hand, please make sure that you do have working audio, and if you have a webcam and you don't mind, I'd love to take a look at you this evening. So go ahead and activate that, and we will, look at each other live, so that'd be kind of cool. But if not, just come via audio. So I'd like to hear from one of our Charleston folks. If you're out there, please raise your hand, and we'll take you live right now just to hear from you and see where you're at. So you just hit the hand icon on the GoToWebinar panel, and that will provide you with the ability to go live. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and read some comments here and see where we're at. Yes, so Rob, can you post the complete path to the training, youtube.com?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay, Keith, it's there in the chat. And it's also on our video blog at magicwebsystem.com/blog. Rob, if you'd link directly to the class there as well.
I will.
Okay, we've got Maribel. Wonderful. Let me go ahead and unmute her.
Eric.
How you doing, darling?
Hey, Eric, can you hear me?
Yeah, I sure can.
Okay, I don't know how to use this webcam, so you'll have to get my voice. Thanks so much for having this. We appreciate it. We had a great time in Charleston and learned a lot. My hand was hurting because we had so many notes to take.
Wonderful.
And so everybody needs to go to these meetings so that you can learn more and really understand the full scope of having an online business, and that's what Eric is for, and Rob. We appreciate you guys so much. Can I ask a question, or should I wait later?
That's what we're moving into, and I just want to comment about you real quick, because I know that you have been right there with me after the event. I mean, you're the one that's standing out to me. You've been calling me, texting me, messaging me on Facebook, and I know that you have really, really been taking a lot of action. So go ahead and ask your questions. I know you have quite a few, and then also tell us about some things that have been happening with your progress.
Okay. Well, I did secure some domain names. I just thought maybe just a few, and I did take up on some of them that you mentioned. Is it necessary to take a domain name with your first and last name? I know there's other distributors that have, and I don't know if that's necessary or not. I was just curious.
Your first and last name, your personal name?
Yes.
No. No, I wouldn't suggest that. I would focus more, since right now our goal is to knock the competitors out of the top rankings, the search engines. Focus on our brand names, King and Magic, and that way we can begin the process of ranking the sites for those keywords, which should be fairly easy to do with some of the background work that I've taught you.
Okay. Well, what about UConn? Should we reserve a name for that?
Absolutely, because whether you have all the websites or not, eventually you will, because again, you're going to, like I tell you about the referral program, where if you refer 3 of your team members to EWS, you get all the add-on websites for free. We did that to not only make it more affordable to have all the websites, but it's important that down the road you do have all the websites, and I've taught that in the class why you want to do that. I mean, the bottom line is you want to be able to reach every segment of business, so that when you're following up with people and somebody clicks that might be interested in, say, the UConn product, you'll want to send them to your UConn website, and that's where you would use your UConn domain name.
Okay, and one more question. Vimeos, can we upload those?
Oh yeah.
Vimeo? You can. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Rob, what I'm going to do is put you in charge of the screen right now, so I can just talk freely. Hold on one second. We'll show you where that's at. That's a new feature that we showed you, and it's a fantastic feature that probably not a lot of people know about, so I'm glad you asked that. Just one second.
Awesome. We learned a lot, so.
You just take oh, hold on a minute. I see what I got to do here. You're finally in there, right, Rob? All right. There we go. Rob, go ahead and show us where that area is in the back office.
Okay, let me go ahead and grab a video real quick. Oh, actually, I can grab one off.
You've got control.
Okay.
And you could just use the YouTube, like one of our YouTubes on our main page there.
Yeah, that's what I just grabbed. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, one of the things you would do is just go into the back office. Oh, let me stop that video real quick. Just go into the back office.
Let me first explain it, Rob, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So what we did, guys, is we created a feature that gives you the full power over your videos and how they're displayed on your websites. So now, instead of, like, the videos, you've got all those really great videos on your websites. You're able to not only move them around in order, but you can upload your own videos. You can upload the Kangen demo or whatever you wanted to do. You can customize that entire video area on all of your websites. And this gives you the power of presentation. So let's say you don't like a video. Let's say you have a different angle and you want to add your own demo that you did yourself, or you want to add personal videos of your own self, either talking about or teaching or pitching the product. You can do that now via YouTube and our back office. So what Rob's going to do right now is display how you can do that. And if you really think about what I just said, that opens up a world of possibilities to you as far as your own presentation. So Rob, let it rip.
Okay.
Learn how to use it.
Okay, if you're at your home screen or on any of the other screens, you're just going to simply hit Manage Back Office, go to the Manage Video section, and you're going to see a simple little box up here that says YouTube link or URL. You're simply going to paste the link into there, and you'll see where it pops up with a video title and a short video description as well. You can go ahead and leave it as is, as you see it already auto-populated from the video from YouTube, or you can go in and customize it to suit your needs. One of the good things about this is if you have language packs on your E2 website, those are only subtitles for the actual language, say French or Spanish. So if you do want to put Spanish-only videos on there, this is a good alternative. So once you have that link in there, you're simply going to hit Add Video to your list, and as you can see, it's now there. If you want to, let's say, disable it, you're just going to hit video, see where it says Video Disabled, or if you want to hit one of the other videos to disable it, you simply disable it, and it's now off your website. Re-enable. So that way, once you go to your website, let me pull up the E2. I'm going to go ahead and refresh it. Since I made a change, I'm going to go down to the videos, and now you see now where it's Kangen Call recording from Saturday, tune in. And you'll see just as if they just went to YouTube, it's now on your website. This is a fantastic feature that came out about 4 or 5 months ago, and it really opens up a whole new world for your website. Eric?
Yeah, no doubt about it. What do you think about that, Maribel?
That is awesome.
So how do you think you'd use that in conjunction with what you've learned so far?
Well, we actually, I think some people are familiar with a live demo that's been recorded through Vimeo with Rick Ercolano. I know you guys know Bonnie very well. So that was one of the ideas to upload, because it does do a full demo of him talking about our products from beginning to end. So that's one. Is there a time frame or length on there? Is there a requirement or?
No, as long as you've got YouTube activated, it could be as long as you want it to be.
Okay. All right. That's great. Thank you.
YouTube will give you, when you sign up for YouTube initially, until you verify your account, for those that don't know, you get a 15-minute limit. You can live by giving them a phone number and doing some security verification. When you do that, then you've got, you can upload an 8-hour video if you wanted to.
Oh, okay, great.
All right. What other questions do you have for us?
I think those are the main ones right now. I'm sure I'll have more.
Okay, so feel free to stick around on audio and talk to us here again in just a few.
Okay.
We'll come back around to you. So all I want to do is invite others to come out with questions that they have about the course they've been taking. This is your chance to get hands-on instruction, and we're ready and willing to help you. So just raise your hand and we'll unmute you, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I just asked if anybody had audio.
Okay, meanwhile, let's go ahead and address some other questions that some other folks have had. Rob, if you'll watch for the hands, I will, since you're live on the screen, I'll go ahead and see what we got question-wise coming in off screen. I know there's a lot of people with questions out there.
Everybody's quiet tonight. We didn't even have it that late.
Yeah, hold on one second. I'll get it. I got some good ones from a fine member here. Leela had actually written in and asked some questions. Where she, hopefully she's on the line. Let's see if she's here.
Yeah, I'll even show her on.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and address her questions anyway. She had some good ones.
Okay.
One of the things she wanted to know is the trainings 1 through 5, which is online, and the links are located in the chat box there. She asked about how, how they flow, because we do have other training videos in that same category. So what I suggest people do when they're new and they're just starting this training is go to the EWS video blog at enagicwebsystem.com/blog. And Rob, if you'll show that on your screen, and you click the start here on the top left-hand side of the blog, there you'll see a back office overview training, an introduction to the affiliate plan, because that's some important information that you're going to want to know, and a promotional type video that you can share with other people called Grow Your Business with EWS. And that'll help you introduce new people that are on your team to the Enagic Web System in a very quick 8-minute promotion, okay? Then go into the Manage Back Office area, and all of that training that you see on your screen is organized, and on the blog, Rob.
Okay.
All of that training is organized according to your back office. So we did this so that, it's very familiar. So if you're in the Manage Websites area and you want to see what training's there, or the Manage Campaigns area, the Manage Prospects area is a good one. Some of them don't have videos in them yet, but the ones that do, you'll see they're full, like Manage Prospects. Take all the training. Take all these training videos that are in all these categories, because then you'll understand the back office a whole lot better before you start doing your marketing training. I also suggest that you understand the domains aspect of what we do, so you can go to Manage Domains and look at how to configure a domain. Domain names are an important aspect to what you're going to be doing, because without a domain name configured, which is yourwebsite.com, you won't get ranked in the search engine. So it's important to do that. That's one of the biggest features that we have, guys, is the domain name feature. Most replicated systems, actually I haven't seen a replicated system yet to be able to do what we do with that particular feature, because what we basically do is we provide the search engines with a website that looks and feels exactly like a custom-built website. So Google doesn't want affiliate websites in their search results. My brother and I have been doing this since, it's been 15 years or more that we've been working on this. We've had hosting companies, design companies. We've had an SEO firm before. We understand the technology. We've been around it since the beginning. We understand how it all works. And we took all that knowledge and developed EWS to be the perfect system for doing this type of thing. And we basically have tricked the search engines into thinking that you actually paid to have a custom website developed. You've got a custom domain, and all of the programmatical aspects of your websites are absolutely perfect. So it's everything. It's perfect search engine food, to put it in the layman's terms. So you want to really understand the domain name aspect of everything that we do. Okay. Once you understand all of that, you've taken the back office training, just like I showed you. Then go to the EWS training webinars section there on the video blog. Okay. That area, Rob, if you'll show them, or give me mouse control actually, and then I can show them myself. There we go. That area will give you the 5-week training program. And then there's a couple other videos in there that are just extras. So, relating back to her question, she wanted to know how the flow went. If you just went for the 5-week training program, you're going to get everything that you need. If you want to go a little bit further, you can take the other earlier trainings that we did in that category. which are now displayed on your screen. You can see Part 1, Effective Marketing with EWS, Part 2. All of those are separate from the 5-week training program, but they contain the same type of information, and some of it goes deeper into the same information. Up to this point, I haven't done advanced training. So that's what she's wondering, where do I go now? Where you go now is practicing what you've learned. I want you guys to begin the process of getting your domain name set up properly, getting your website ready for the search engine, then begin the content development, content king, linking queen. Let's get the social media up and running. Let's begin those processes so that when we're ready for the advanced class, we've got all of our framework in place and we're ready to roll. Okay? So there's plenty to do from now until learning the next steps. Just work on what we've taught so far, try to master that part, and then we'll move on to the next part. So I have some hands raised, and I'll get back to Layla's other questions. I'm going to unmute Tom. Tom, how you doing, buddy? Okay, he's connected twice, so let's try his other connection. I'm not sure what's going on there. Hey, Tom, thanks for joining us.
Hey, good evening. How are you, Eric? Good to see you.
Great. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I got to tell you a couple things. I just started using this thing after the Charleston event, even though I've had it for 2 years and never looked at it. But I started doing these things right by the book on the thing, and so far I've sold a 501 from somebody who just came to the website, contacted me on phone, and met them, and they bought the 501. I've got another lady who just contacted me yesterday, and she wants to be a distributor. I've got to meet her tomorrow.
Fantastic.
I just never had it. I want the advanced training. Here's an old military guy like myself. I had a problem looking at you for a while, you understand. It was a great training. It was a very good training up there, and I recommend it to anybody. I'm trying to do this 1 hour a day, at least, and sometimes I get logged up because it's hard. But the other day I called, and your people helped me out with connecting all 3 of my websites that I made names off of GoDaddy. They connected them right to my website, and then on my team website, they connected it so it would come from any website. And they did this all, and it just happened. I didn't have to do a thing. They were great at getting it set up. So I have a team website that's connected to both of my regular websites, and I can put teams on from there. So far I'm good. Let's have the date for the next training so I can make a better arrangements than I did last time. Looking forward to seeing you then.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. I appreciate you sharing that. And you can see how fast it happens. I mean, it really does. It takes all your attention. That's all it's ever needed. And, like you said, Tom, we make it as easy as possible. So when domains seem daunting and you don't understand, just go to the main website here in the back office. On the main website. Where's your main website tab there?
Main website, back office, right here.
No, I wanted to show the EWS website live chat button.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, it's there on the left-hand side and also on the main website on the top right. So if you ever have any questions, you guys can just come right in and we'll help you get it done. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it.
They were great. Looking forward to seeing you in hopefully January.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be doing advanced training as quickly as possible. All I'm waiting for is for our group, at least the Charleston group or a larger group of people, to say, hey, we're ready to go. Let's do the advanced training. And then that's when the data really flows in. We're probably going to have to do a 2-day event for that, so prepare yourself. All right. Anybody else have questions? Rob, what do we got?
One of the things is, can you post the complete web location for one you just were giving? I think they're talking about the actual YouTube, and I did post that in the chat. If you look over on the right-hand side, I will repost that.
Okay, so we can also show that on the screen. Going back to Layla's questions, she's asking about a checklist for everything for the trainings. We put together some of that stuff for our live training, and she was asking for a flow chart. And I'm not sure exactly like how I would put that together. I mean, in reality, if you just do what I just said, take all of the back office training so you understand the back office. That's the root of everything that you're going to be doing. So before you jump into marketing or trying to, understand how to do that, I suggest you understand the back office. Know how to get around your prospect manager. The training is there. Know how to get around your your prospect emailer. All the training is there. Everything that you need is at your fingertips at the Magic Web System blog, magicwebsystem.com/blog. And as long as you understand all of that, then take the 5-week training. You'll be right with us, right where Tom's at today. Okay. All right. What questions do we have coming into chat?
Eric, Jason Persley wants to know, could you go over the website statistics section of the back office?
Sure. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and load us up there and give me mouse control.
Okay.
And also load up statcounter.com. So it sounds like Jason's ready to capture some traffic, or he's got some traffic rolling now. And that's another aspect. Once you start taking action on the things we've taught. And what I taught, guys, I mean, it's just simple for those that are have not taken the training. 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. Dedicate towards EWS and marketing your website. 1 hour a day is not much to ask these days. It goes really fast. The only thing that the reason that if you have the system and have had it for years, like some have, and haven't really used it at all it's been needing is your attention. And if you're confused on where to take action, the 5-week program, we lay it all out for you. And you don't have to have the social media and the blogging and the article writing and the linking activities all at once. If you talk to Lisa and Brett Kolker, and they're featured here in our back office actually, I think all they've done up to this point is really social media, and they share their links. They share valuable content, because content is king, remember that. Content is important. That's what Google loves. Google loves content. So the more valuable content you're putting out there through social media or wherever you're posting your content, the better results you're going to get. And they're ranked in the top 10 for Magic and Kangen Water, and they have several positions in the Magic, and I was told by Lisa that their 6A2 position, when it finally went 6A2, was because of EWS. They had the sale at the right time because of the work they do online, and bam, they were promoted to 6A2 with one of their positions. So it's exciting, it's fun, and it should be. It shouldn't be daunting or anything that you need to worry about. Yes, it's a lot of information. You're going to learn a lot over the next 5 years with me, okay? But you don't need to know it all now. And if you just sat down for 1 hour a day and did something, and you did that consistently for 5 days a week, I guarantee your website's going to take off like Tom's and Maribel's and other people that have taken action on the information that we provide. So it's really simple. Just need your attention. Now, as traffic starts to roll in, this is an important part, so this is a good question. You're going to want to know where your traffic's coming from, and you're going to want to know some other details about your particular visitors. You're going to want to know some different things about them. So as I showed you in the back office, Task Manager, which is an important part of everything that you're going to be doing, as your prospects come in, I taught you to never work them from email. You get a prospect, you log into your back office. You go to your Manage Prospects area, and you find your prospect that you're going to call or follow up with, like so. All right? The statistics comes into play. Let's see, for an example, with Tom Doe here. The scrolling's really slow. Okay, there we go. Let's say Tom Doe, we just got that prospect, we logged in, we want to see what he's all about. If you look at all these little icons over here, this is all the information that you have on that particular prospect. Part of that information is statistics, whether it be email statistics or web statistics. So what I showed you guys at the class and online as well is how to click that little icon there and pull up some of the statistics on their emails, like what emails they read that you sent them. This being a demo counts as they never opened these emails. But before I would call Tom, I would actually look here to see, okay, the last email I sent him was a true story about bottled water. And if I forgot what the email was, I can click it, and there it is. Here's the one-click follow-up email that we designed for you, of which I sent to Tom, of which he contacted me afterward. Okay, so I know that much. So I go in here, and let's say this says that he did read it, because he did read it, and he clicked 2 links within the email. I can glean from that information which links he clicked, and where he came from. That would be all listed right here. Okay, so before I call him, I see that he actually clicked the video and knows what email that he, that he actually looked at the video that I linked in the email. Okay, so we know that much. Now we might go into the statistics area, as you're seeing right now on your screen. This is detail on Tom. So I was able to drill in and look at detail on Tom, and I can see where he came from, where he went, and where he's going. And we do that by IP address, and that's located in two places. It's located on Tom's profile in his back office, and it's also located on in the email that you received. You'll see who has information with his information there. Let me see if that's actually on the demo account. Rob, let's see here. Manage prospects. I'm going to open this in a new tab so I can go back and forth. We'll go back over to Tom, and I'll show you how to find that information.
Should be able to click the pencil and see it at the top center.
There we go. Yeah, if it gets slow for me, if you just take over, that's fine. Okay, so here's the prospect's IP address. That's his personal connection to the internet. It's his personal, identifier. So with this, you can actually find all of the information that you want to know about him. If you clicked it, it's going to open a Who Is area where you can learn some pretty basic information, where he's from, and being a demo account, I think one of our Egyptian people might have put this one in there. We do have people in Egypt that work with us. But anyway, you can see that this visitor is from Egypt, and here's all his basic information, okay, based on his domain name. So now we know where he's from. We can close that out and get a little bit of information there, and then we can look into his stats. So if we copy this domain name like that, and we go back, now this may or may not work because this is a demo account, but I'm just showing you how to do it. It will work on a live account, and we type in we paste in their IP address here. Rob, can you paste that in? It didn't work because I'm on the other side. There we go. You paste in their IP and you hit search. This is going to pull up all the detail on that particular prospect. Now, being a demo account was kind of shoddy and weird, but what you would see is what you see here. There's his IP address, and this is every site that he's been on and looked at, and his individual footprints. You see the footprint icon? It shows you went to the team site, and then, you can see other details which don't look as rich because we're on a demo account. You can see what page he viewed and some other details as well if you click here, okay? And it kind of breaks it all down. You can see where he went. So if you ever wanted to really get a good angle on a prospect, you could do some footwork. All of this take maybe 5 minutes. You take 5 minutes, you try to understand where the prospect came from. He searched Google for Kangen Water. He found my website. He's from New York. He looked at all of these pages. He clicked on, he got these emails and opened them. Now you know which information he's looked at. So when you go to call him, you're mastering the follow-up. You're able to know in your mind everything that he knows, okay? Don't scare them by saying, oh, I see that you looked at this and you looked at that and you clicked on this and that. Don't do that because that'll freak people out. They don't like Big Brother watching, so we're not Big Brother. But this gives you enough information where you can feel more confident approaching this person. You know he has the ebook. You would talk to him and say, hey, did you have any questions about the ebook, and so on and so forth. That's where stats become important. So going back to our original question, which was, what was it, Rob? Where was it?
It was...
Show the area.
Could you go over the website statistics section of my back office?
That's basically what we're doing. And I'm going to show you an advanced statistics system very briefly, okay? And then we'll get back to Q&A.
And that was the tab all the way on the right.
Yeah, okay. So, as you can see here, you can do all that with just your EWS back office statistics. And there's more information than what I just covered. And you can see now where it all comes into play. When you start to get traffic and prospects, it's important to understand everything about your prospect. And I taught this in class. It's important to keep impeccable records on your prospects. So when you are working your prospects, I told you to come in and work them from your back office. That was his profile right there. Open up their prospect profile, which is listed here, and every single contact you have with them, try to get as much information as you can and update their profile so that every time that you do a follow-up, you know exactly where you left off. If Tom said, I've got to go, my dog just got hit by a car, and he hangs up the phone, when you call him later, it's a good thing to know that that happened, because you're able to say, hey, Tom, is your dog okay? Man, I was really sorry to hear that. I hope everything's all right. When you do that, you're creating rapport. Okay, you're developing a relationship. Being a relationship business, it's important to do that. So with the Imagine and King on Water business, and with just about any business, my business is the same way. You're looking at a good 5 to 10 follow-ups a lot of times with each prospect, and that's okay. The system's designed to allow you to do that with thousands of prospects at one time, and being able to handle 10 to 20 follow-ups a day with never losing any information or never not knowing who your prospect is. Because you have the system right here that helps you track all of those details, and that's a very important part of what you're doing. So keep impeccable records on your prospect. Use the statistics system to understand where they came from so that you know what they're looking for. If I searched for King and Water business, and you were able to go to Google and find me and say he looked for King and Water business, and he looked at these business-focused emails and this E5 website and looked at these links and watched these videos, you're able to call me. Instead of talking about the power of King and Water, you're able to go right to the root of what I'm interested in. And that's what EWS is all about. It's about capturing the traffic, capturing your audience, bringing them into your database, and providing the ability to absolutely target right in on their interests 110%. And that's what makes the sales with EWS. Okay? So we know the basics of how the stat system works of what we provide. Real quick, let me show you this really cool system called statcounter.com. Don't do this yet if you're new, because you're just going to confuse yourself. But this system here is really cool. I've been using it for well over 10 years. I mean, this is an old SEO system we used a long time ago. But I like it because it's easy to use, and I feel like you guys could really gain some benefit from it. Plus, they give you a free account, and I think it's a free account up to X amount of hits. So when you're new, you can use the free account, and you never have to upgrade or anything. But when you really start to rock and you're getting thousands of hits a day, maybe 10,000, 20, 30, 40,000 hits a day, you'll want to upgrade your account with StatCounter, and it's really not much. It's just a few dollars a month or whatever. And they give you much more detail, and we're totally integrated with them. So Rob, can you log into that?
Oh, I don't have a login for that. Do you?
Hopefully you remember what it is. Hold on one second. Let me do that. Rob, talk about something while I get that.
Talk about something.
Okay.
How's everybody's weather doing today? No.
Is there any questions in there so far? We'll pause for that while I pull this up.
I'm looking. Of course, the webinar is going to be recorded. That's one of the questions. Everybody keeps asking Bud and Sandy. I'm not sure which one's on. It's probably Sandy. She's wanting to know, can the website be on there without prices for the machines? Currently, they are. All the prices are on the websites. We do have one of the websites, the E4, that you can turn off online ordering. That is the only way currently to remove the prices from the actual website. I don't know if there's anything in the works to expand that to other websites. Eric, have you heard anything for that?
Well, let me explain that here in just a second.
Okay.
There's a reason for that.
I know there's a reason for him being on there. Did anybody have any other questions?
There's a reason.
Anybody with audio? Raise your hand. Everybody's super quiet.
Yeah, I know. I try to do Q&A classes and try to let you guys run it, and I'm having problems with this. I'm going to give you the password in chat.
Okay.
So log clean up and go look at your iChat. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
what's the username?
It's already typed in.
Oh, okay.
Now, as far as the websites and the ability to turn off, let me show you quickly where that's at. You go to Manage Websites, and let's say you want to turn off your E4. You go to, oops, not that. You go to Configure Your Website. I've shown this a lot in all the trainings. I'll just show you real quick here.
Do you still have control of mine?
What's that?
Do you still have control of my screen?
I think so. Isn't that what I'm working with right now?
Go ahead and move your cursor.
Anyway, so you see E4. Oh wait, no, I'm doing it on my end right now. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh.
Show them real quick how to do that.
Yeah, you just go to the main screen, go to the home screen of your back office. On the right-hand side below your websites, just go down to the E4, click on Configure, and then you'll see a bunch of stuff over here, name to display. This is what I like to refer to as the override section. Anything you put here is going to override what's in the Manage Profile section. One of the areas for the E4 is where it says Enable Order button. You'll see where it says simply yes or no. It is currently selected as no. That means if I was to go to the E4 demo site, it's going to be shut off. And you can see the order button is typically up here, right by the Get Your Free DVD. But that is currently turned off. If I was to select yes, submit, which doesn't take very long at all. Go back to the website, refresh. You'll see where it says get started order today.
Now, real fast, why we do that, guys, is if you look at some of the different websites, each website has an angle. This is your business website, okay? It's designed to give you a full preview of the entire Enagic business and product. This is the website for anybody that's highly interested in Enagic and Kangen water, okay? So you're going to want to send them directly to this website. It's designed to do exactly what it's supposed to do when it's supposed to do it. This is not a site to lead with. It's not a site that I would rank initially. I would work with the E4 because the E4 is a prospect generator. This entire site is designed to generate prospects. Okay? Yes, it has online ordering because some people lead differently. I mean, I know people that are marketing this website with the button on and still get sales. Okay? It's all about your own personal approach, your own personal desire, your own personal preference, and what the angle that you're working. Everybody has a different angle. Every single distributor has their own way of working their own business, and our system's designed to make sure that there's an option for everyone. And we pretty much do a great job of doing that. I think we pretty much have everyone covered. So this particular site, if you're marketing online, you probably want to turn this off. The reason for that is because if someone comes to the site and they're interested in, the entire site is very small and it's designed to send everybody to opt in so that you get a prospect. This site is only designed to pique interest and get the opt-in, okay? After the opt-in is where the education process comes in, and that's where you start to work with your prospect. After that process happens, like they get the ebook and they ask questions and somehow you end up talking about the business, that's when you begin to follow up with your other websites like the E5. You tell them to go to the E5 website and take the tour if you want to know all about Enagic. And this tour, this video tour, goes through everything. Healthy body, mind, and finances is of Shiro's vision, and it tells you everything you need to know about it. So this is what we call a closer site, because this is a great site to send to somebody that sees the big picture and is interested in the big picture. But I would never send anybody here unless they indicated that they're interested in that type of thing. If they're kind of interested in sharing Kangen water, I would send them to the E2 website or the E6. Because those sites share, a little bit of information. I don't know your tab organization.
It was right after the E5.
There?
No. Right here.
No, E2.
Oh, E2. Back here.
Okay, the E2 website, again, has a business presentation on, which I'll show you here real quick. See that? This website not only has online ordering and products and all that stuff on it, this is a great step too for people that are only warm. Okay, try to remember that. So if you get somebody on E4 online, they're kind of cold, you start warming them up, and they want to know more about the water. Either it's usage, this is a great place to show them all the other Kangen waters, like the strong water, strong alkaline water, Kangen water, all the different types of water and how you can use it around your house. But also gives you a very gentle pitch on the business. This gets used a lot for that, for the gentle pitch. So coming back to the original question, if E4 is the only site designed that way, because E4 is the only site that is designed to be used in the way that we're talking about. So, and E6. But like I said, E4 is the site you want to use online for any advertising you do, any ads in newspapers, anything to do with cold traffic. Use E4 either with the online ordering on or off. Okay, hopefully that helped people understand where we're at with that. So I've got another question because I actually want to talk to people more than talk.
Eric,
So
before you go anyplace, I just want to
Yeah.
point out, for those of you that have been around for a long time, you see over here on the right-hand side, the message of the day has been reintegrated into the E2 website. Once we updated E2, that actually did go away for a while. That just did come back about a week ago. So I just wanted to point that out.
I tried really hard not to go too far into information I've already taught on, and I think I did because it's already getting late. But Maribel, what do you got for us?
Oh, I wanted to ask you. I have a dear friend that's a webmaster, and she's willing to set up my stuff for a fee. I'm not trying to cheat. I'm just trying to get your perspective. I really do want to know the process because then I can help my team to go, and help them build their website. What is your recommendation on that?
Well, what I always tell people, because a lot of people get spam emails from people saying, hey, I can get you on search engines in 10 days, or hey, I can send you 500 prospects in 10 minutes, and hey, all of that stuff is crap, and I wouldn't really pay much attention to it. But we're talking about somebody that somebody that you know is qualified, and that's a different story. So if you know someone that's qualified, that's willing to help you, by all means, I'd say, yeah, get them involved. They can kind of review what we do, and you can even task to them different things to do. I would suggest stay at the helm of your project, though. So if you're gonna have somebody work with you and do the external stuff that you need done, I would be the manager of that. I wouldn't just throw them into our training and say do it. I would say, please do this, this, and this today. Please do this, this, and that tomorrow. That way you're fully engaged and you're in charge of your own project. Because if you don't do that, what can end up happening is you lose touch with what they're doing. You become unhappy with them or with the project because perhaps it's not going in the direction you need it to at the time, or you're not getting results. And that could hurt relationships, and it could also cause other issues that you really don't want to be dealing with. So I always say, stay at the helm of your ship. Don't hand off the keys. Don't hand off the wheel. Stay at the helm, know what's going on, and task things to the person. So you just give them a task. Say if you had a blog and you want to post today, you would task to them that day, say, please post here, post on Facebook, do this, do that, do this, do that, and be done for the day. So instead of making them the expert on EWS, you remain the expert, you take the training, you task to them. Make sense?
Yes, it does. And then her two services I would want to probably do is the writing and the blogging. She can do those, so it's good to know to have those resources if needed.
Yeah, and if you have the ability to do that, by all means. And guys, by the time that you start getting started here and you start doing things like what Tom's doing, he's already got things happening really quick for him. He's making sales. You'll have the money to hire people. You won't have to do all of this work forever, but I want to stress to you, stay at the helm of the ship. Be in charge. Don't just hand it off, because if you do that, you could find yourself without a lot of money and without a lot of purpose and direction.
I think Tom's wanting to talk.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave you guys unmuted if you could just, if you keep the line clear, and we'll just leave you unmuted so we can interact. Tom, how you doing again?
No, I'm fine. That was not me. But I'm enjoying this. Keep them coming so we can keep on top of this. The biggest problem I've had so far is getting actually the social media integrated to where I can use it with my website and to publish on it. But I'm going to work on that.
Yeah, as far as getting it integrated, you can just contact, customer care, and of course Rob or Guillermo or somebody else will be happy to help you get all that set up. It's fairly easy to do. But are you talking about the advanced stuff?
Yes.
So, what to do on Facebook, more in detail.
That's right, and that probably will go with, if you're going to give us somebody who's going to help us with content building and writing, that would probably go with that.
Yeah, well, it will, but I did give you enough in the training that you can get started with that. Go back to the 5-week training video, and let's see on the screen here. Go to...
you have control?
I think so, yeah, okay. Go to, let's see here. Let's see, which one was it?
Well, I've done 1, 2, and 3. Working on 4 right now.
Okay, these 3 give you some detail, and I showed you guys this in your training. There's PDFs along with it. Go ahead and knock some of that stuff out. I believe the social media was probably number 1. I can't say for sure right now. Let's see. Let's click on it. But go back and review some of the material that I sent you and just start taking action on that. Make friends with Brett and Elisa Kolker on Facebook. That's Brett Harris is his name. Elisa Kolker, Kolker is her name. And if you just go in the back office of EWS, you'll see their picture pop up on that picture scroller, and you can connect with them, get their names and connect with them. If you watch what they do, and you can even ask them questions, they're great people and they're totally supportive and willing to share. If you watch what they do and kind of begin to do what they do, then you'll be all right. And it's not hard. It's fun, actually. So it's just really about being, like I said in the class, being natural with what you share, connecting your personal your personal Facebook page with your business in such a way that you're not promoting all the time. So you're sharing information. Sometimes you're going to post a link that's totally supportive to your message without linking your website, for example. Because if every time you shared something with me, you're pushing your product, I would be less apt to read your stuff or less apt to even really be friends with you on Facebook. You know what I mean? So what you're doing is you're building relationship and building value. Also, spend some of your time doing nothing more than reading other people's posts, making friends, and liking other people's stuff. Okay? And commenting on their stuff with a genuine voice. In doing so, you're connecting, you're building a new relationship, and eventually that relationship's going to pay off down the road because they're going to come to your site and possibly land on your business Kangen page on Facebook and end up on your EWS website asking questions.
Now, should we concentrate on our personal Facebook page, or do we need to build a Kangen Facebook page that's linked to our website?
Absolutely need to build a business Facebook page.
Okay.
And brand it. So go in the back office. Rob, show them where that's at. There's a place where there's some banners you can use, really beautiful banners, Kangen water banners. Get that loaded up as one of your background images at the top of your page. You can see them there. Just pick whichever one you want to use. And brand your Facebook page to Kangen Water so that when people land there, they're seeing that. And then what I usually say is with your personal page, share a lot of personal or valuable information with a lot less promotion. But on your business page, you can do a lot more promotion. Sometimes just give something away. Just post. If you look at Brett and Elisa, what they do is they'll share a PDF. I mean, I don't know where they get a lot of their stuff, but they'll share a PDF that is really valuable with tons of awesome information with everyone. And they just do it freely. And then oftentimes not link their site. And that's where you start getting friends and people, because whenever I see Brett and Elisa online, guys, and that's them right there. You can see their faces on the screen. Whenever I see them post, I'm looking at their stuff automatically because they're always sharing something that interests me. And that's your goal, is to share something that interests your visitors. And not always be saying, hey, get on my website and stuff. And every once in a while share something like a link to an article about alkalizing your body or whatever, or a PDF, and say, get my ebook on my website, it's free. And just leave it at that, and then see who rolls in. And then check their stats, like I showed you earlier. Pull up their statistic and see where they came from and know that, and then call the person and say, I saw that you got my ebook. Now you're armed with information and you're working a valuable prospect. Make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Biggest thing to everyone I want to say is don't sit and say, I'm waiting for something. Just do it. My dad always taught me you learn by doing. And I will tell you, I'm not I wasn't like Ivy School educated on how to do things that I do. I learned most of what I do, and my brother as well. He's a master programmer, but he's self-taught. He did it all himself since he was a kid. He was on the internet before there was graphics, it was DOS prompts and stuff, black screen, green text. He learned by doing, and that's what I want all of you to do, is just to learn by doing. If you're spending that hour a day productively, consistently, either on learning or applying, I swear to you, everything else will fall into place. You don't have to worry about anything else. All of the training will come. You'll learn what you need to learn. You'll You'll come back to things you need to learn more about down the road, and I'll always be here to support you along the way. Deal? All right.
All right.
I did want to mention one thing. What I always recommend, if you call me up asking me what type of content you put on your Facebook, go ahead and search Kangen Water on Facebook. See what a lot of the people are putting on theirs. That'll give you ideas on what type of content works for them, because it's going to give you the top ranked Kangen Water Facebook pages out there, and you can see what's working for them. And that'll definitely give you ideas. Eric, Melanie Myers had a question in regards to you pointed out on the E2 website where the business opportunity. She asked, how can you turn that off? And I'll show you real quick, Melanie and everybody else. The same way, if you go here to configure a website under the E2, click on website, you'll see where it says enable compensation page. Yes, we're going to turn that off. Wait for it to quit spinning, come back, and we're going to go back up to the E2. We're going to refresh the page, of course, and you'll see now where it's gone. Easy as that. Melanie, I hope you caught that.
That's actually a really good point, because that makes the E2 now able to be used in different ways. Do you guys get that? So now we don't have a business presentation on there. So now E2 is an awesome website, just like E4, to either rank, and obviously you're going to rank the site eventually, but to rank and use as a prospect generation site, because you have all of the opt-ins there and the ability to capture traffic. You have a little bit more information for people, which might be desired by you or desired by your particular audience, depending on what you're targeting, and can be used in many different ways now, because now it's a product-focused site. What I like most about E2 is the usage page. It's kind of fun to come over here and play with the machine a little bit. You can hear it in the background. That's fun, but the biggest thing I wanted to show you is, how we show them how to use all the different waters, either in their kitchen, around the house. So they realize now that it's not just water that we're talking, it's not just Kangen water that we're talking about. That's why I would use E2 as a follow-up site to E4, because E4 doesn't go there. Or, of course, the E6, which takes it up to a whole new level. Everybody loves E6. I mean, this website is wherever it's at.
Right here.
All right. Everybody loves this site because it's much like the E2, but it's all about eco-living. So you've got a special ebook that's angled towards people that are eco-conscious. You've got a whole new market here. You can target people that are interested in saving the planet, or just not using chemicals in their homes, or helping their pets be healthy and stay healthy, or cooking in the kitchen, and you got recipes, and you got all kinds of great things on this site that are very valuable, that build value on the machine itself. And that's the name of the game. So they come in off E4, they're a cold prospect. You follow up, they read the ebook, you follow up again, you have a good conversation, they become more interested, then you give them E6, or you send them directly to something that they say they might be interested in. A lady that has 15 cats might very well want to know how Magic and Kangen Water could benefit her cats or dogs or whatever she has, her pets. So you would send them directly to that information to follow up. What else do we have, Rob?
I just saw one and I lost it.
So,
go ahead.
While you're finding that, my goal, guys, is, it's been a little over an hour, but I don't mind sticking around a little bit more if you guys want me to. Just say yes in the chat box. These calls aren't promotional. They're not here to promote to you. They're not here to be a service to me. They're here to be a service to you. So I would be willing to do these very often to help keep everybody engaged and moving along. It's a relatively small class, which is great. I like to keep them small. But I gotta, I have to master myself the ability to, how do I get all you guys through this training? That's my question, and I'm working on it every day. I did have an event scheduled for December 13th, but I knew because of the holidays it was going to be hard. Hard hard to get people to dedicated to traveling even though they're already traveling or whatever's happening. So I went ahead and delayed that event, which we'll probably do. January, I'm on vacation, so it's either going to be the end of January or February we'll have our next event. And it's important I get all of your guys' support, as many people as I can, or at least get your teammates there, because I want to try to reach as many people with this information as possible to help empower them in their business and their future with the magic. But I need to know from you guys, what's the best medium? What's the best medium? Like maybe a combination of webinars and
videos.
I now am saying I'm willing to travel all over the world. You know, if I've got to travel everywhere and never be home to get this information in your laps, talk to me. You know, because I think it's really important, and I just would love to see more and more people have the success that Tom's talking about, and that Elise and Brett have, and many other people. There's quite a bit of people already having success with doing this, but they're generally not on our calls because they think they've got it all down. So, you know, any feedback on that would be great. You can email mastermind@enagicwebsystem.com and just tell me, like, what is the best method to reach you guys? Like, what works best? How do I do it to best fit your needs? I'd love to hear from you.
Jason points out definitely webinars and follow-up emails. Bud and Sandy, they did have a question in regards to the Facebook page. They said you said that we need a business Facebook page, but a little business stuff on your personal Facebook page, and she's wanting to know if you'll expand on that.
Okay.
Should you mix the two together, the business and the personal?
It depends. If you are okay, so this is important. If your business page is, if your personal page is very personal and you have it locked down, don't use that to create your business page. I repeat, if your personal Facebook page is very personal and it's for family and close friends, don't use that to create your business Facebook page. Create a new account using your email address for your website. For instance, if your website domain name is alkalinriver.com, then it would be eric@alkalinriver.com. And that's another point to make, guys. Get proper emails. Don't use Gmail to run your business. Don't use Yahoo. You'll not only lose emails, but you'll lose customers and all kinds of things. So always set up a proper email address with your domain name at your registrar, whether it be GoDaddy or whatever, eric@alkalinriver.com. So set up your account with your business information and create a create a Facebook persona that fits who you want to be with your Enagic business to the public's eye. But make it personal. You know, you don't want it to be just from flat, you know, share your life, share yourself, but not to the level that you would share on your own personal family Facebook pages. Because with Facebook, you always have to have a personal side and a business side. I'll give you a good example of somebody that does that very well, Michelle Rayleigh. So if you're not connected with Michelle online, go look her up. She moves a lot of people, and she gets a lot of responses and a lot of likes. And there's a reason for that, because she puts herself into what she does, and she's passionate, and you can feel it, and you just freaking love her. You know, and that's what you want to do. You want to create a crowd of people that love you. You want to create a crowd of people that log in every day and want to know what's up with you. That's the personal side. The business side is when you're basically saying, hey, check out my website, get my ebook, join my newsletter to get more information, yada, 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 or to link an article about alkalizing your body or saving the planet from the bottled water crisis we're in right now, and then sending a link directly to your opt-in page for your ebook is what you'd be doing on the personal side. And then also asking people to like your business page. That's an activity that's valuable. So you can go to your business page, and Facebook has made it very easy for you to look for people to invite to like your page. Do that every day. Don't overdo it, but do it every day for a little bit of time. one of the things that I taught that I can't stress enough is Google likes organic. Google likes original. Google likes natural. So anything that you overdo is going to hurt you. You could do a good thing too much and you're hurting yourself. It's going to be a bad thing. So content is great for Google, but if you write 50 articles a day and you post them all and you're blasting every single day, Google's going to spam you. They're going to put you in a bucket and you're never going to see the light of day. So know that. It's important to take it easy. Just relax. What I tell people is when you sit down and to do your work for EWS and market your site, be passionate about what you're doing. Let that carry into your voice online and have fun. Have fun, like make connections, have fun. Enjoy sharing and giving of yourself because the more you give, the more you get. It's an energetic universe, and when you're dealing with the internet, it's no different. I mean, it's actually more so an energetic universe. I mean, that's all it is, It's just a digital energy stream, and you are making a presence within that stream. And, have fun with it. And if you're doing that and you're having fun like Brett and Lisa every single day, you're going to have results very easily. Tom, did you have something to say?
No, thank you. That's great. I got to go.
Okay, have a good one.
Take it easy.
Anybody else? Okay,
Tom?
Where were we before I started that rant? It's a good rant.
You were on the last thing you were talking about.
Oh, that's good. All right. I think I answered the person's question anyway. They wanted to know about the personal side versus the business side. Bud, Sandy, if you have any other questions, feel free to raise your hand and speak out.
Lily was asking about having an email address that's more professional, like dealing with like domain names. What's the better email address to have?
Always your name at yourdomainname.com. Eventually, you're going to refer 3 people to EWS. You can have all the websites. Eventually, not today, not tomorrow, maybe not in a year, but eventually you're going to be so good at this, you're going to have every single website ranked. You're going to have every single website operating, and you're going to have every single database organized, and you're going to be running this thing like a well-oiled machine. Believe it or not, you're going to have 100 to 200 prospects a day, and you're going to have a lot of work. No. It's going to be fun because you're going to be able to go through people, weed people out a lot easier, and move through the information well. So each website will have a domain name, and each domain name should have its own web address. And believe it or not, you should also have a business card for each website eventually. Now, when you sign up for EWS, I never tell people to add all the websites. I say add 1 or 2 websites. Start with a business presentation and a product-focused presentation. So that's either E4 and E4, E6 for product, and E2 or E5 for business. It's good to have both of those unless you know that you're not going to lead with one or the other, or you choose E2, of which does both. And hopefully that makes sense. So your name at your domain name is good enough for now. If you start providing support for your customers and all that stuff, which will come much later, I mean, when you grow a big business with Enagic, the better you're at supporting your customers, the bigger your business is going to get. The more referrals you're going to get, and the more business associates, people that are working the business, you're going to have. So I, down the road, will encourage you to get a support email address, support at whatever, and provide that with your customers, your customer group database, which I've shown you how to do in the training, how to make those. You'll have and send emails out every once in a while, checking in with them. We also have one-click emails that remind them to change their machine filters. You can send them Enagic's filter sales and information on that, and just provide general customer service to your people. I will tell you that the #1 problem with Enagic's, not with Enagic itself, but with the distributorship, is customer service. This is a direct sales company, our business. You are an independent owner of an Enagic business. Enagic provides support, but it's not their job to support your customers, believe it or not. It's your job, and it's the Enagic business model to make it so. It's your job to support your customers. And the Enagic web system will help you do that from A to Z by building a grouped database called customers that you provide support for, of whom you know, of whom you have impeccable records on, so that when Sally calls you and asks a question about something, you can pull her record and know exactly where you left off and how things are going. And when you talk to her, you're talking her language, you're speaking directly to her, and that's going to make things happen at a whole new level.
I think that's all the questions I have.
I think someone wants me to go back to the stat counter, and then I'll wrap it up unless you guys keep it going. So I was going to call you an advanced. I was going to show you an advanced stat counter, and I saved it for the end on purpose because I wanted to make sure we helped everybody that needed it. So Rob, let's see. I'm going to get your screen here. All right. So we're logged into the statcounter.com, and we have some sites, demo sites set up here that you can see are collecting data. Here's a demo organic site here that we have, and you can see today I got 10 hits. Okay. Yesterday I got 6. It's just a demo. Down the road, there's going to be hundreds, thousands of numbers here. This month, 26. With a total of the entire time that I've had that website configured in here, 3,059 visitors. That's your bird's eye view. Okay? Then we can log in to the details. Oh, that wasn't the right one. Hold on. Log in the details by clicking here. And now you get more information from the system. You can see how it differs from our system, which is fairly direct and good for beginners. Don't go getting yourself confused or spend too much time on this until you have a good number of traffic of which you want to have this type of information on. Okay? You can still pull, you can still go in and pull an IP address and come in here and drill down and find that prospect like we showed you before. And then over here you can see day by day broken down how many visitors, how many unique visitors. So this is page visits, this is unique visitors, which means people that have never been to your site before. And then first time visits will match that. And then of course any returning visits would be showing up here. And it shows you day by day what you have there. You can look at hourly. When you really start rocking, you can say, hey, you know, what does this hour look like? When you get down to hour, you've got something going on. That's good news. So here we got an hourly breakdown of what's happening. You can see all that information at a bird's eye. Okay, popular pages on your website, good information when you're really doing a lot of online marketing to see where everybody's landing. Check it out. Ebook, top of the list. That should always be a popular option because that's what I tell you guys to lead with, the ebook or the DVD opt-in on your E4 website. Okay, and you can see here a list of you know, pages that are popular on my website. Entry pages, pages that people come in on. So sometimes on Google you're going to have this page listed, you know, the uses page directly. So if that site's getting a lot of hits, then you know that site is ranked well. Or if you're doing any type of advertising, paid advertising, you might want to track how much traffic you're getting, and that's how you do it. If you're sending them directly to your free DVD page, you could click here. Oops, not that, sorry. You can see directly how many people, how many hits. Should be able to click that and get information there, and where they came from. So I just clicked, I saw 7 hits to that page. This is where they came from. Googlebot is going to be a spider from Google. So that, you know, that you can see that, and they're always in California. And then you can see I got Algeria on this demo account. You know, you can see where people have come from, what host provider they came from. So it'd be, this would have more detail in it if you're doing organic search, and then you would see which search engine and what keywords they search from by clicking inside these links. I don't want to go too far into this, but for instance, keyword activity. If you click this, and this wasn't a demo account, this would be full of information. Keyword activity would be Kangen water, enagic water, enagic alkaline water, ionized water. Any of these keywords that somebody found you in the search engines would show up here. Keyword analysis, much deeper into the keywords that your website's attracting. That's good to know down the road. What keywords are working, what's not. Okay, this is some advanced stuff, which I'll teach in the advanced class more in detail. Recent came from, where's all your traffic coming from? Search Engine Wars is a fun one. Where's that one at? Search Engine Wars. So your site would have all kinds of data on the search engines, like which one's giving you more traffic, MSN, Yahoo, Google, whatever. From that information, you might focus more on a particular search engine and getting more traffic from that search engine. All advanced stuff. But you can see how this could benefit you, right? Look up IP address. This is where you do it. See that? Go in here, you paste that guy's IP address. If he's in there, you hit look up, and it would pull that particular visitor up. And all of the pages he looked at, and a whole lot more information than what our back office just gave you. Integration, I'll show you this real quick. This is how you do it. So if you want to integrate this into your site, it is free, and you can go ahead and just set it up on the free account for fun, or just to get it going. You come in here. Now, it changed a bit, so let me try to remember how this is done. Okay, so we want to add a project. We type in the project URL, which is the domain name for your website. We give it a title, so it might be E4 or E5 or whatever website you're working with. You can just type in a title so that you can name it. And if you want to create a group for that particular project, you can do that. Not necessary. Select your country, your time zone. Don't ever click this. Make stats public. Don't ever click that. We don't want them to know how many hits you're getting in your statistics. Okay? Next thing is invisible tracking. Don't do a counter or stat counter button. Do invisible tracking. What we're doing right now is we're generating HTML code that we can stick into your back office that will track all of your pages on your website. So invisible tracking. If you want reports, you can send them to yourself via email, weekly, monthly, daily, or none. And you put your email address in here. Okay, what that'll do is send you a regular email with all your basic statistics. So you're busy, you're on the run. Oh, dude, man, my traffic went up 100% this past week. Great. Okay. Then you hit Add Project. Oh, it's going to make me do all that. All right, let's put in some dummy information. Go ahead and do that for me, Rob. Just, alkalinriver.com. That's fine, yeah. Don't do a group. Just select country, time zone, and then we'll add project. It's easier for me.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. All right. Now, you just added a project. What you want to do next is you want to hit the default installation guide, and this is your code right here. Okay? Just copy that code, go to your back office, go to the website that you're configuring, and you paste it right here. Yeah, I don't need to paste it.
Okay.
You want to do that? You want to do that?
Yeah, let me get out of there.
Anyway, you paste that code right here, stat counter code, you paste it right there, you scroll down and you hit submit. Now you're tracking traffic on all your pages on that particular website. Any questions?
Lily did ask about how to actually update your email address if you were to get a new one. You can do it one of two ways. You can go into the Manage Profile section, update it here. Now, once this pops up, there's going to be a box that comes up top here that you're going to put a 6-digit code in. You need to open up a new tab and go to whatever email address, wherever you check that email, and get that 6-digit code, and then go back to that same tab. If you click off this tab, as in close it out, then you won't be able to do it. So the second way would be just give me a call or come to chat, and I'll do it for you real quick. So that's the two ways. And I don't see anything else.
You can see where that would be of great service to you down the road. Okay, folks. The questions have slowed, so I'm going to take that as an indication that we've covered enough this evening. I will have this recording loaded up on our YouTube channel, and I will send out an email to let you know that it's available. as you grow your business, get your team engaged with EWS. We are running a promotion right now, which you're going to get an email on probably this evening. So it's a holiday promo. If you've been around for a while, you know we do it every year. It's an awesome time for people to sign up because they get 4 months free service when they sign up on the annual account. And our current members get to upgrade and do all that too. So that information is coming to you with a one-click email to help bring your team members into EWS. And honestly, that is not a sales pitch. What I'm trying to do right now is to get everybody in one house and get your team moving so that not only you are doing this work, but your team is doing this work. Can you imagine how powerful that's going to be when we get everybody singing the same tune, the same message? And like I said, I'm willing to do whatever it takes and travel wherever I got to go to begin to make that happen. Of course, we got to have a crowd of people in order to travel, but let's do this, guys. I'm here for you. You can email and contact me personally anytime. Mastermind@enagicwebsystem.com is a good one to reach me by. And I'll take any final questions. If you want to raise your hand, I will take your questions or take them in chat. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. I will do another call here pretty soon, another webinar within maybe a couple weeks, few weeks, or I might just wait till after the holidays in between that and our live class coming up in February. Anything, Bob?
Sandy, Bud and Sandy are asked, is it okay to repost other people's contact information to your business page, meaning Facebook?
It is, but you want to be as original as possible as many times as you can. It's definitely good to share other people's stuff. So if you go to Elisa and Brett's page and you see something cool they shared and you want to share it, share it. But try not to attach it to yourself so much. Don't try to share their stuff with their information onto you and your website. You can share stuff because it's of value, but just share it freely. Use that time to share freely. Original content is what Google likes the most and what people like the most. So share your own stuff. Share your own information. Create a YouTube channel. If you like to be on camera, then make some personal videos or do your own little thing and share videos of yourself or your own work or your own team's efforts. But definitely share other people's stuff and like other people's stuff because you're going to build a relationship with those people. You may end up eventually having more than just a business page, but also having a team page, a team fan page on Facebook. When your team grows, I suggest having a team page, a customer page for just customers, a business-focused page for people that are interested in business. Believe it or not, you can do all these things, and now you're targeting your audience on Facebook instead of just throwing out a lot of information to one big group of people.
Melanie's asking where to get that code that you actually copied. It's a code right here in the box.
If you review this video later, you'll see exactly how I did it.
Yeah, you'll see. And anytime you create something like this, like you go to Google Analytics, they'll also give you a code. It's the same principle. Just put it in that code box. You can also give us a call, and we'll assist you as much as possible.
Excellent. Well, Rob, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your help, as always.
Anytime, Eric. And phenomenal presentation again.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody else, thank you for coming, and stay tuned for our next event, probably sometime after the holidays. We appreciate and love you all. We look forward to hearing about you and your success, so make sure you reach out to me and tell me how things are going, and know that I'm always here for you. Have a great night. Till next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rob.
You're welcome. Quite welcome.